I asked you guys on Instagram for some questions for a Q&A, and at first I didn't get enough to make a whole video, which is not your fault because I asked y'all again, and now we definitely have enough Q&A questions for a video. So thank you to everybody who contributed, and if I didn't get to your question, I'm so sorry. I still love you so much. So without further ado, on to the Q&A. So I'm doing this on my Chromebook since I use my phone to film, since I'm still broke. Some of you guys think that like I'm slaying the nation and like I have so much money because of YouTube. That's not the case. But yeah, my Chromebook is extremely slow. I feel it after midnight. Hello? Why is it taking so long? Why am I never in focus? Hello? Focus on me. Focus on me, baby. I am not offline. What is going on? So I got my other computer. And now it's telling me that I'm offline, so that's rude. Oh, I did it. All right, here we go. Question number 1. Brownies or cookies? I'm not a big sweets person. I'm more of like a bread and butter, cheese kind of person. But if I had to pick, I would pick brownies, hot from the oven with some vanilla ice cream on top. Do you know if you'll be coming out with an album? Yes. Well, an EP. First, we're starting off with an EP. I am like self-made, self-produced. I'm not signed to a record label, so I kind of have to do all this shit by myself, which is fine. It's really not that bad. What I do right now is I find beats from creators on YouTube, and they'll have their beats for sale, $30, $50, whatever it is. I'm not very good at making beats. I don't have like the shit that I need to have. Like, making music is so expensive. So I'm buying the beats and then I'm just writing to them and kind of making them my own. And so the EP coming out, which I don't know if I'm going to change the name again, but right now it's called Sleep Deprived. And it's basically about like how my life was before I got sick. Well, like, I call it me getting sick. But like basically it's been like a month or two that I grew up and like realized a bunch of shit. And so this was my life before I grew up, when I just like didn't really give a fuck about myself or like what I was doing. And so you kind of get to see what my life was like early 2020. How to cope after a toxic relationship. That's hard. It's pretty some tough stuff, but I'd say definitely don't start like dating again for like a second. Give yourself some time to breathe. Give yourself some time to find yourself, because a lot of times in toxic relationships, as I've experienced before, they kind of strip you of who you are. So take some time to find yourself, find things you enjoy doing, rediscover yourself and your purpose without this other human in your life, because you can. You functioned before without them. Why not now? And you definitely don't need this person to survive, and you're going to do just fine without them. And if you have a best friend, stick with your best friend, like talk it out with your best friend. Tell them what you're thinking, tell them what you're going through, and plan social interactions with them, whether it be like over like video chat or phone calling. Just make sure you have a support group around you, and if you can't find one, make one. The internet is a huge place. But yeah, I would steer clear of going into any relationships right now, especially because sometimes boys will see an opportunity to take a vulnerable girl and do what your ex did. So take some time for yourself to discover yourself, Guided meditations are really awesome. Yoga is really awesome. And you're going to get through it. Just got to keep on going one day at a time. What got you into music, and when did you know it was time to work for it? So, around the time I started going to college, which I don't anymore, but I started going to college in 2019 or 2018, or I don't know. I didn't go right after high school, but I took like a year off. So yeah, 2019. Wow. That seems like a long time ago. Anyways, I started, like, I was in college, so I obviously wanted to do something with my life, but I didn't know what to do college-wise. Like, I was just getting an Associates of Arts degree, which, like, what the fuck can you do with that? It's literally just to say you went to college, and it was a community college. It wasn't like a university or anything. So that was the time when I was like, I want to be something. I want to be someone. And for a second, I wanted to study like business and economics because I knew I wanted to do something with music, and music is a business. Like, literally everything about it. You're working with brands, you're selling your craft, you're advertising yourself, you're basically like everything you portray is what you're selling. During that time, I was working at Subway. When I started doing my K-12 covers, that's when my YouTube really started taking off. And then that's when I kind of devoted my YouTube to starting to build my career. I found something that worked. I started covering songs that like the album came out, and I just started covering one song every night because the album was really successful and really popular, and people liked me singing Melanie Martinez. So I kind of got like my foot in there. Like, that's kind of how I even have 50,000 subscribers to this day. Like, that's what worked for me. And so now whenever there's a new release, like from Melanie or Billie, because lots of people like me doing Billie Eilish, I make sure to cover it as quick as possible because those videos get the most views and the most attention. But yeah, to circle back and answer your question, I didn't feel like I could do like the traditional route of like go to college and then find a nice desk job. Like, I want to be a musician, and I really think that I can because like I've made it this far. Like, people really like my stuff. I knew I had to work for it when I realized that this is kind of like, this could be my ticket to the rest of my life and to like blessing my family and not having anybody I know not have their needs met, not having anybody I know go hungry or be uncomfortable, you know? Like, my success is going to affect everybody around me. That's a huge part of it, and that's what I want to do. Like, I want to just be able to be like, oh, you need this? Boom, like, there you go. Like, you can have it. Like, oh, like, Mom, you want to have a beach house in Italy? Cool, I'll buy it for you. Like, that's kind of just what I want to do. All right, tips for producing music and what inspired Ba1l. Tips for producing music. When I make my songs, I use a Blue Yeti microphone. Let me show you. A Blue Yeti microphone. Blue Yeti USB something. And it's got this little USB so you can plug it right into your computer. Or if you have a Mac, I use a little like adapter piece to go into my Mac. And so what I do is I just put on these super big black blocky headphones and I record my stuff and I see if it sounds okay. I turn up the volume on my computer. I listen to it with speakers. I listen to it without speakers. See, like, whenever I'm listening to it, I can tell when there's something wrong, like, because it's mostly just getting the recording right and then getting the volume right when you don't really make your own beats. And so what inspired Ba1l, I experienced, I think, okay, this song is kind of weird because this is one of those songs that I wrote that didn't really have like a story behind it or like what I was going, like it was kind of just like subconscious dump. Like I would just like subconsciously was just like writing words out, singing words out, not really having a rhyme or reason or story for it. But during this time, I was dealing with I don't know if I remember. I think, I know I was working, and I think it was, no, I do remember. I was dissociating a lot. I don't have dissociative identity disorder, but like, I do experience anxiety. And so I was experiencing myself like kind of not really in my body all the time. Whenever I would get troubled or like anxious. And so like you'll hear me talk about it in the song about like I haven't hit the bottom, but I'm 5 feet from the bottom now. Like you're just floating, like you're kind of just floating, like how people experience dissociating. I haven't hit the bottom. The only way is up or out, like the kind of fight or flight movement. Like it's this way or that way. Like which way are you gonna go? It's fight or flight. Yeah, so it's kind of just describing the experience of what I was going through, because I hadn't hit the bottom. Like I never liked to envision myself as hitting the bottom. Like yes, I will struggle, but I'd never wanted to be like oh, I'm fucking hopeless. Like I'm stuck here and there's nothing left, because that's not a good way to think, and it's also not true. There's no spot that you can't dig yourself out from. The only way is up or out. Someone asked me my favorite animal, and probably my favorite animal, I'll give you 3. Dogs, cats, and birds. I love birds. What I would give to just hold a baby bird, like, that's my dream. Actually, I held a hummingbird once. I forgot where I was. I might have been in, like, Mexico on vacation or something. And there was, like, a hummingbird, and it had, like, hit itself against a window by our hotel. And it fell on the ground, and I thought it was a fish. I thought it was a tiny fish because of the way it shone in the sun, like it glistened. And I picked it up. Poor thing. And then all of a sudden, it, like, gets up out of my hands and starts, like, flying so fast. And then he was gone. So, yeah. I love birds and dogs and cats. Who is your bigger inspiration? I have many inspirations. This wall up here... They're kind of all gone, but I printed out a bunch of old albums, like album covers, that kind of like inspired my music. So Amy Winehouse, Billie Eilish, Melanie Martinez, Owl City, Lana Del Rey, Lights. I don't know if any of y'all know who that is. She's from like mid 2000s, like 2010s. Lights, Poxleitner. Fucking loved her. Her hair was so cool. My other inspirations are Adele and who was the last? Oh, okay. Lorde, obviously. Lorde okay, hold on. Lorde ran. Lorde. She ran. No. How does it go? She walked. So Billie Eilish and Melanie Martinez could run. That's what I think. I remember being on the school bus and listening to Tennis Court and just looking out the window and being like, I'm in a fucking movie. Like, her music was sick. Her music was like the preteen experience for me, because I was in middle school. But yeah, those are a lot of my influences, and I'm sure. Oh, Paramore. Oh my gosh, yes. Paramore. She taught me how to like belt, like how to like sing like loud and high for the best that I can do. Like I'm not like fucking Christina Aguilera or anything, but like Paramore, she taught me. Not like she came to my house and taught me, but I watched her. Like that's how I learned how to sing. I became obsessed with all these artists, and I learned how to mimic or copy their voice, and then that kind of taught me how to use my own. What is your zodiac sign? My zodiac sign is Virgo. I think I'm a Libra rising, so that's why I seem like really like fucking emotional. I mean, you guys don't really get to see like me behind the scenes, but kind of emotional. And that's probably why you all like me so much, because you guys are all really emotional too. But that's okay, because we can all be emo together. How would you describe yourself in your childhood? Did you like to sing? I love this question. This is a really awesome question. In my childhood, I was very sensitive. I was very chubby. I got bullied for being chubby in school. And I think that later in life contributed to my eating disorder, which I haven't really been too vocal about, like here and there. Like I'll just like drop hints about like who I am, like I'm leaving little pieces of who I am everywhere. It's odd. Anyways, yeah, it was hard. I loved to fucking sing, but nobody wanted to fucking hear it. Like my brother would tell me like, Brittany, like stop, you're singing too loud, or do you really think you sound good? And he was just being an older brother or whatever, like just being obnoxious. But I never stopped singing, and like I remember writing songs and stuff. And there was this one song that I would sing, so weird. I always talked about wanting to go home when I was little, like when I was home already. Some starseed shit, I don't fucking know. But the song I would sing, I would be like, I wanna get out, I wanna go home. I don't remember the rest, I just remember that. So yeah, I sung a lot. I was really sensitive. I was chunky. I loved arts and crafts. I liked to climb trees. I loved Bratz dolls. I didn't really like Barbie dolls. I don't know why. I thought they were icky. Like something about them was weird. I think I liked Bratz dolls because they looked like me. They had big eyes and a big head and big lips, and they were just dope. Bratz dolls were far more superior than Barbies. Do you think you could be a famous singer like Melanie? I love you and think you can. I think sky's the limit. I think if I really do work hard enough and I keep working at this shit, I think that I'll get somewhere. I really do. It's gonna take a second, and it's gonna be a long ride. I've calculated it. Seemingly, this is my theory. After 6 years of hard work, that's when you'll be at your most successful. That's what happened with Billie Eilish. That's what happened with Oliver Tree. That's what happened with Melanie Martinez. And seemingly every other artist. If you just like look at when they started to like now or their most successful point, it's usually 6 fucking years. So I guess I'll be like 25 when I'm successful. That's a good age, girl. That's a good age. I'm ready. Let's do it. What drives you on your journey to fame? Honestly, I'm low-key scared of fame. Just a little bit. I don't want to talk too much about it because possibly in the future there will be like creepers like trying to get my information. But like I don't want to have to like wear a disguise if I want to go somewhere. Like I don't want to be as famous as Billie Eilish. I don't want to be fucking world famous. Like I will be just fine if I am only as famous as Melanie Martinez. Like that's like awesome. Playing shows and having a big audience and then going home to your beautiful home and being able to like go to Walmart and not have every single person recognize you. Like that's kind of what I want. But what drives me is like what I said earlier, I kind of just want to bless my family. I kind of just want to take care of my people. And like how cool would it fucking be to live off of the money that I'm making from my art? Like that's every artist's dream, to become successful because of things that you have made. That's just cool. Like to not ever have to fucking work another food job again, and to be free and like to really know who your real friends are and stuff. I am a little scared though, cause like the bigger you get, like the more you realize how fake the industry is and just how fake people are in general. So I'm a little scared of that, but I don't want that to stop me from pursuing my dream, because I think I can help a lot of people. A lot of people just like me. A lot of you guys are just like me. and you're really emotional and you need a little bit of help, and I want to be like this example or this beacon of light that, like, I'm 21, like, I fucking made it, like I almost didn't finish high school because high school was so hard for me, and like just dealing with anxiety and dealing with depression and all this crazy shit. Like, I want to be able to help people hold on and to keep going and to show them what I've learned, and that shit does get better. It kind of made me emotional, not gonna lie. But yeah, I really just want to like be this like big mama bear with like this tribe of people, you guys, who I love, and that you love me, and that you love each other, and that you can like go on and spread your love and like shit that you've learned and helped other people who are struggling. Kind of not like I'm a messiah, like I have all the fucking answers or anything. I've made so many mistakes. Like I'm not like a god or anything, but like I think that it's important to teach other people who are struggling how you've made it through. And then it goes on and on and on and creates a chain reaction, and then we kind of change the world, which is like big and like kind of crazy to think about, but it's possible. It's possible, and it's gonna be trippy if I get to see this dream come true. How are you doing with your mental health? I'm doing pretty okay. I am doing pretty okay. I am on my second week without the sleeping medicine that I was dependent on for 3 years. I am on a different sleeping medicine, but it's not like, I've only been on that for a month, so that's good. And I'm doing all right. I feel a little out of it just because I'm not getting the best sleep, and then I had something else that I'm taking medicine for, but I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay, and I'm just feeding myself positive self-talk and spending lots of time with my boyfriend and my best friend. So yeah, thank you for asking. I'm doing well. What is your writing process like? So my writing process is I'll listen to a beat, like a fucking pre-made beat on YouTube, and I'll just write to it. Like, let me show you an example actually, because I feel like it could be confusing. You basically just kind of start freestyling. You can start freestyling with melodies and then with lyrics. Okay, so here we have our beat. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. You just like find your harmony. I woke up and I slept till 3. Today is a good day. I can't wait till you see me. You can like just talk about your fucking day. Like it's gotten a lot easier because I've always been interested in like rhyming, so it's kind of easy for me to just like freestyle now. But yeah, that's literally how I write songs. If I have a story or a message, I'll keep that message in mind, and I'll do much more than freestyling. Like I'll just sit there and I'll think about like the bounce, the feel of the song, and then write to that. All right, so that has been our Q&A. I recently posted a single called Bottom. Please go check it out. If you made it to the end of this video, I fucking love you, and you're amazing, and you're awesome. And thank you for caring about me and watching my whole video. I do have an EP. I don't know if it's coming out this year or next year, but it's coming out. I promise you. I've already finished 2 songs from it out of the 5. So yeah, that's really exciting. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.